Now, this ongoing unrest has led to calls from many quarters for more decisive leadership, and maybe that's one of the things that needs to be addressed. What would this even look like as South Africa finds itself in the midst of this kind of unrest that President Cyril Ramaphosa recently labeled as rarely seen? Indeed, we've never been here before since the dawn of our democracy. Let's speak about these leadership issues now with the expert, Dr. Mazwe Majola. Dr. Majola, thank you as well for your patience while we were crisscrossing around the country getting the latest from our reporters on the ground. And now I was talking about the impact with Dr. Barnes here from Stellenbosch of this violence on our fight efforts against the pandemic. You were waiting patiently. Leadership-wise, where are the leaders?
Let me unmute. Yes, I think that's a million-dollar question. Our leaders, our government leaders have failed us, and actually they must take responsibility of what is happening in the country right now. They were caught napping, especially the police. I think they were busy celebrating the imprisonment of the former President Jacob Zuma. And they failed to anticipate and to prepare of what could happen, the aftermath of that. So they are now beginning to crack and they are beginning to blame each other. This department, they've done this, we've given this, they've not done this, we've done. So they must just take responsibility. They failed the country, that the government leaders have failed the country, period.
They failed the country, period. What to do now? I understand there's a meeting between the president today or earlier today and some political parties. I mean, surely this size of a problem cannot be put on one leader's shoulders like the president. He's got the ultimate accountability as citizen number one, but they shouldn't be pointing fingers at each other, even across political parties. We are not at that time in the country. We need good leadership, sensible leadership, everybody coming together as South Africans. Or am I wrong?
Well, and at least for them it's even better because ANC is used to this collective leadership. So now where is that collective leadership now? Because we need that right now, where they can work together collectively and take collective responsibility and accountability. They must try to avoid this trap of analysis paralysis and start taking actions. Leadership, it's about decision making and problem solving. They must start now, solve the problem and make decisive actions. It's just a political will and determination, because it seems like there is this culture of fear of taking actions. You know, they are fearful, and I don't know why, but you sense this fearful of taking actions, and this is why we are here where we are now.
Yeah. Now, what would decisive leadership, in your view, Dr. Majola, look like in this case? I mean, we're in a mess.
Yes. What needs to happen now is, of course, yes, I'm happy if the president will be meeting some leaders, and what they need to do, of course, they will need to release some kind of a statement, but unfortunately that statement must translate to actions, because people don't want to hear the president talking. Yes, communication is very important, but people want to see actions, and it must be visible. You know, we need the people to be arrested. Yes, they might have arrested certain individuals, but those are small fish. You know, these are people who are hungry, who are took advantage and went there, and while they were there, and unfortunately they were just in the wrong time, and then the police impounded them. So but we need the big guys, you know, people who are behind this. That is when the intelligence must work in tandem with the police, so that they must find these people and they must be arrested swiftly. And the people must be told that these are people who have been behind this and have been arrested, because without actions, you know, they can't inspire confidence and restore hope right now.
Yeah, I think you're making sense. And I mean, when I was speaking to the Deputy Minister of State Security, Zizukodwa, earlier in the last hour, I said to him, on the other hand, we understand this mayhem is limited currently to 2 provinces, KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. Thankfully, there's other 7 provinces. We don't have the looting and the violence, but who knows what the future will bring, especially because they say they've identified the so-called masterminds, and that the attempt is to destabilize the state. When there is that plan or intended plot, as they are telling us, to destabilize the state, you don't wait too long to arrest the alleged masterminds.
Yeah, you know, when we are dealing with a complex situation, because undoubtedly this is quite complex, you know, but we need leaders to stand up now, to man up, you know. This is an unprecedented times. You cannot just do things as usual. So you've got to move swiftly. As I'm talking about avoiding this analysis of, or rather this analysis paralysis, and take action and stop talking. People want to see what is happening. Otherwise, the government has really lost credibility as things stand now. They must work very hard to restore hope and restore confidence and to restore that credibility and respect from people. And it takes leadership to do that. And this is the time when and that leadership must stand up and show that decisiveness.
Action. Thank you very much, Dr. Mazwe Majola, leadership expert. Some insights there of what's being done. We are asking him, of course, on the back of understanding that today the president is consulting other political party leaders, and we need decisive leadership, he says now, and that's going to be about action. Okay, let's